Making his way to the red corner is Edgaras SKURDELIS of Lithuania.
Representing IRI, please welcome Daniyal SHAHBAKHSH.
His opponent is Daniyal SHAHBAKHSH of Iran. So Rodrigo Garcia Jaron of Guatemala sends both men back to their respective corners. And we are underway. Quarterfinal action in the 60 kilogram lightweight division. This one between boxers from Lithuania and Iran. The man wearing red, who is getting busy with his lead left hand, is Edgaras SKURDELIS, but the man pecking and poking from an unconventional range of angles is Daniyal SHAHBAKHSH of Iran. SKURDELIS from Lithuania, that's the man in red. Both men competing in their fourth bout of the tournament in the 60 kilogram lightweight division. 51 boxers started the lightweight category, giving us a busy round of 64. Both of these men competed in it. It's been unanimous points victories all the way for both of the boxers. Contrasting styles in which they go about their work. SHAHBAKHSH is all movement and angles, as he demonstrated there just in that little cameo, skipping, prancing around the boxing ring on occasion, but he's got a wide variety of punches. Edgaras SKURDELIS, altogether more textbook, possesses a terrific lead left hand and a fair amount of pop on his punches as well when he sits down on them. Third appearance at a World Championships for SKURDELIS, having competed in 2013 in Kazakhstan and in Yekaterinburg 2 years ago. SHAHBAKHSH turning his back on his opponent to run away there. That illegal, of course. It's the first World Senior Championships for him. However, he was a quarter finalist in the youth event in Budapest 3 years ago. The two men just exchanging identical gestures at the same time after the command of stop from our referee. Once again, SHAHBAKHSH with that unconventional style out of the southpaw stance. Crouching down low, hands down, almost skirting his ankles. SKURDELIS presenting an entirely different posture. So closing seconds of an opening round where not very much has taken place in terms of offense. Both boxers trying to think their way into distance. Left jab is a scoring shot from the man in red. SHAHBAKHSH reaching for the southpaw left but couldn't find a range. Both men missing as they attempt to find the mark. And SHAHBAKHSH goes walkabout once again. So both boxers being tended to by their coaching teams. And a 3-2 split in favor of SKURDELIS in a round where not very much happened in terms of a successful effective offense from the boxers. Some of the replays then.
Ring 8 seconds out. Ring 8, round 2.
So moving to the second round, SKURDELIS out quickly, looking for the right cross against the southpaw wearing blue. And there is altogether busier, getting to work with straight punches and digging away with that right hand to the body. SKURDELIS, 5-time national champion of Lithuania. SHAHBAKHSH earlier this summer took continental silver in the Asian Championships in Dubai before competing in his first Olympic Games, where he was eliminated by the legendary figure of Lazaro Alvarez in the second preliminary round. RSCI after he picked up an injury in the boxing ring. Lazaro Alvarez, of course, his run of 5 successive world championships with a medal coming to an end here after he was outpointed by Hayato Tsutsumi in the preliminary rounds. So a minute gone in round number 2. Good southpaw left scored by SHAHBAKHSH. And it was almost as though the first round was a bit of a scouting mission for both of the boxers, and they're getting far busier now. Terrific counter, 1-2. Right then left, followed by a straight left cross from SHAHBAKHSH out of that southpaw stance. Well, I think it's the belt line that has to be made visible on the trunks of SHAHBAKHSH. And I think during that coming together, well, that's like something from a Hollywood movie, isn't it? When you see characters are up to something they shouldn't be up to, they cover their mouth while speaking. I think during that close leaning in, the Iranian coach may have been taking the opportunity to pass on some instruction from behind his face covering. Just speculating, of course, but that's what it looked like to me. Good right jab on the resumption from SHAHBAKHSH. Why that's significant is you're not supposed to receive any coaching when you return to your corner to have the mouthpiece replaced, or the shoelaces tied, or the jersey adjusted to make the belt line visible, to help the judges decide whether a blow is foul or fair. SHAHBAKHSH keeping his man occupied with his punch output during this portion of the round. SKURDELIS trying to land his textbook straight punches. Had success with it earlier on in the round. Finding SHAHBAKHSH pretty difficult to tag as he gets through with a reverse 1-2. Southpaw left and then corkscrew right followed it. And again, it's SHAHBAKHSH who's getting the better of these exchanges. SKURDELIS covering up, but he's being touched up when he tries to let his hands go. SHAHBAKHSH spoken to about pushing down on the head of his opponent. That's a solid southpaw, that's a solid right cross against the southpaw from SKURDELIS. Big swing and a miss with the right hand and left hook from the Lithuanian boxer. And again, southpaw left on the belt from SHAHBAKHSH just grazes SKURDELIS, but I think it grazed with enough force for it to be a scoring punch. Remember the first round taken on a 3-2 split by the man in the red corner. I happen to think that SHAHBAKHSH was the better boxer in round number 2. What say the judges? And there's confirmation, a 4-1 split. So 2 cards of 20 points to 18, 2 cards of 19 points apiece, and 1 card of 20 points to 18 in SKURDELIS' favor. So everything to box for in this third and final round. Contest on the line, but a very good response by SHAHBAKHSH to take the second round on a 4-1 split after conceding the first on a 3-2 split. where there wasn't much activity in the first round. So into the third and final round we go then. Both of these men, the only quarter-finalists from their respective nations, as SHAHBAKHSH scores with a beautiful right uppercut, then a spearing left cross through the middle. SKURDELIS' right cross is off the mark, and SHAHBAKHSH circling his man very effectively, scores with a left cross through the middle once again. And SKURDELIS, well, he's conceded the first 30 seconds of this round for me, not willingly, of course, but because of the accurate work and activity from the man in blue. So we've got a cut, and it's a significant one as well, right on the eyebrow. It's been caused by an accidental clash of heads. My goodness, that is significant indeed. Wow. Let's keep a close eye on the doctor and see what the verdict is. He's tending the cut assiduously. If he makes a cross sign with his arms, this contest is over. And he's happy for it to continue, the doctor. Well, this may increase the urgency from SKURDELIS now, and that eye injury may present something of a target. Now, that injury has been caused by an accidental clash of heads. So, if we go to the scorecards, the 2 completed rounds will be scored, as will the portion of the third round that is completed. So, vital for the boxers to remain switched on now. That is how Roniel Iglesias found himself eliminated in the first preliminary round. Beautiful right uppercut landed by SHAHBAKHSH. He and his familiar rival Zayed Asheish from Jordan facing off in the round of 64. It was a really aggressive start by Asheish. Accidental clash of heads resulted in a significant cut inside of 2 minutes. They went to the scorecards because the contest couldn't continue, and Asheish's hand was raised as the victor in the opening stages of the opening round, in the round of 64 in their weight class. So both boxers have to remain switched on now. SHAHBAKHSH holding his feet, SKURDELIS not able to pin him when he was on the ropes, and then SHAHBAKHSH turning the tables. SKURDELIS inaccurate with his work once again as he came forwards in search of a 1-2. Right jab was defended by the gloves of SKURDELIS, but the left cross did get through from the southpaw in blue. Big intake of breath from SHAHBAKHSH inside the final minute, boxing with the considerable inconvenience and adversity of a significant cut towards the inside of his eyebrow, approaching the bridge of the nose. Be looking to protect that. SKURDELIS will be looking to worsen it with his punches. You see the blood trickling down the right-hand side of SHAHBAKHSH's nose, keeping his man occupied with feather-light straight punches. And SKURDELIS is running out of time here for my money. So the 10-second clapper indicates that we're approaching the conclusion of this contest, and it's a contest where I feel that Daniyal SHAHBAKHSH, the talented 21-year-old from Iran, will be going through to the semi-finals of the 60-kilogram lightweight tournament, and his celebration suggests that he feels the exact same thing, as do the subdued scenes in the red corner. Terrific performance from Daniyal SHAHBAKHSH against an experienced figure of considerable ability in the form of Edgaras SKURDELIS, 3-time participant in the World Championships, head bowed at center ring, because one suspects that he knows more than anybody that this hasn't been his day. Let's get official confirmation. I think the man in blue is going through.
Decision is the boxer out of the blue corner from Iran.
So Daniyal SHAHBAKHSH, a split decision victor over Edgaras SKURDELIS of Lithuania. And he goes through to the semi-final stage, absolutely overcome with emotion, as the recognition of what he has just accomplished begins to sink in. Wonderful moment for the 21-year-old Iran Sol, quarter-finalist, progresses through to the medal stages. A guaranteed championship bronze at least for the Asian Continental silver medalist. And the prize money of $25,000 that comes with bronze. Delight all around in the Iranian camp, and rightfully so. They've done a terrific job with their young boxer as he continues to showcase his skills on the global stage. Edgaras SKURDELIS, one of Lithuania's 8-man team, the only man to make it through to the quarterfinals. 4 contests, winning 3 of them, showing all of the facets of his game, particularly his competitiveness. But he couldn't get to grips with SHAHBAKHSH's southpaw style here today, and it's SHAHBAKHSH who goes through to the semi-finals and the medal stages of the 60-kilogram lightweight division. Good win for the man from Tehran.